Hi there. Well, we're off again. I want to just talk to you about how to construct your marble run. And what you will need is the drawing that you have done of your marble run. Print it off or just take a copy of it and then stick it onto an A4 sheet of card. So on here you can see here I've got a funnel that comes down here, I've got a rack and pinion with something spinning there, the pinion, I've got a slope coming down here and so on. So this is a very, very accurate representation of what I initially want to model. And I'm going to make this up and see whether it works. I'm going to photograph it, I'm going to load it up onto Google Classrooms, and then when I've got it going I'm going to change it. But I want to just show you a few things on how to make potentially a funnel and how to do some of this bit, and then I want you to have a go. I'm not going to expect you to get this all right, and I'm not at one go, and I'm not going to expect you to get it working straight away. However, I came up with a great idea. So I thought to myself, most students, most pupils won't have marbles. And I was thinking, you know what? The answer is a Malteser. Woohoo! So you are quite within your rights to say to your parents, to do my DT, I need a packet of Maltesers, because they act just like a marble. Now please, the one that you use that rolls around everywhere, don't eat it. Pretty nasty. But hopefully there'll be more than one, and you can definitely eat those. So here we go. Things you will need for your modelling. A craft knife. If you are going to use a craft knife, only use it under parental supervision. Secondly, make sure it's a knife which you can sheathe, put away safely, and when it's not in use, put it down there. Also, do not use it with an ordinary rule. I don't have a safety rule, but I do have a block of wood with a thick edge. So when I'm using a craft knife, I will either use a safety rule or a straight edge which has got a bit of thickness to it, so that when I'm running along I don't chop my fingers off. You'll need tape, and you'll see when I'm working that I've cut myself bits of tape. I've stuck it onto my desk. Again, if you're doing it on your dining room table, please do not stick it all over the dining room table and ruin the beautiful finish. You'll need a pencil, you'll need a pair of scissors, you'll need the ruler, you'll need some tape, sellotape or something like that. You might want some glue. I've got PVA glue, Yoo-hoo glue will do, and you might want some matchsticks. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make a channel so that I can stick that onto here. I've pre-measured out the channel. That is wide enough for the Malteser to run down, and these are going to produce some edges. So I'm going to cut that straight away. Put that onto there like that. Get my knife, unsheath it. I've got card underneath my cardboard that I'm cutting so that I don't score the table underneath. I run my knife down a couple of times, and with a bit of luck, yeehaw, I've done it. Now, you can of course use a pair of scissors, okay? And if you're not being supervised, scissors are the best. Alright, you mustn't use the knife unless you're being supervised. Run that down there and score it. Again, with your scissors, if you open them out and you put it against the line, you should be able to score down there. and I'm just going to put that there like that. Whoops. Push that against that edge, run it down there a couple of times, and we should find now that if I bend that way like that, and I bend that way like that, squash it up, I've now got a channel that you can see just there where the Malteser can land on there and go woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. Alright, so that's my channel. Obviously on here I can see that that's the length I need. Got it all carefully marked out, so I'm going to use my scissors and I'm going to cut that to the right length here. So that goes across there like that. Okay. And I want a longer length like that, and this one's got to have a hole in it that the marble can run through. So with my knife I am going to cut a hole in the bottom here like that, like that, and like that. Notice when I'm using my knife, my fingers are on the left, my knife is on the right, and it's a long, long way away from my fingers. I've had my fingers for 60 years and I don't want to lose them. Just going to check that that will drop through. It isn't going to drop through quite, so I'm going to just cut that a little bit wider because I want it to drop through nice and easily. And you can see that I'm having to modify what I'm doing as I go along. Now I don't want to spend forever on this video and show you all the tricks of the trade, but with a bit of luck that should roll down, woohoo, and it drops through. Alright, so I'm going to stick that onto here like that, and to do that I am going to take a bit of tape here and stick that on there, and then take another bit of tape and stick that on there, and then to get that flat onto there I'm going to take a bit of tape and stick that onto there like that, and another bit on there. You can see having it already cut makes a huge difference. Okay, and then I just want to hold that up so that it won't fall off. So I'm just going to pop that onto there like that, and you can see there that I've got that. That can roll down there, it can roll down there, woo, and it goes straight through. Alright, so that's my first bit of modelling, and you can see the tube there. Obviously what I then do is a repeat, and I put that onto there, and I do the same again, so that when that's on there we've got it like that. So the last little trick I want to show you is how you might be able to make a funnel. To make a funnel, I've taken a piece of masking tape, just roll it round. It could be a bowl, it could be something like that. With my scissors I am going to cut this out. So again, probably I would do this out of card, but for the sake of speed and simplicity, and if I'm practicing something, I will definitely do it out of something that is nice and simple and quick to do. So I've got that. If I now do that, you can then loop that over and you'll get a funnel. Again, I'm going to tape that, but before I tape it, I am simply going to cut out at the bottom here a hole, which I hope will then allow the Malteser to drop through. So I'm going to pull that round like that. Whoopsie daisies. Round like that. And I'm just going to check the Malteser will go through. And it's not at the moment. So I'm just going to make it bigger. Okay, so as you can see, I'm practicing as I go. Alright, so I go around, make that bit bigger, and hopefully that's going to work. Bring that round like that. Grab a bit of tape and put that onto there. Flick that over, and then I know that my Malteser will hit that. Woohoo! And it goes onto there. So I want that to stick on there, something like that, so that it'll go there like that, and the Malteser will drop through. Okay, so again, a little bit of tape, tie that to the back, and I might initially have to just hold that until I've got it sorted. I put that into there, whoa, and I've immediately found out I've got a problem, so I'm going to slightly alter the angle. I'm going to put that onto there, woohoo, and you can see that's dropping through. So your job is to then make a marble run that will work with all this, and then to make a photograph of it when it's finished, upload it onto your Google Classroom, and then we'll talk about the next step. So hopefully you can see the importance of this superb drawing, and you've got some ideas for modelling. Just one small point on this. This has got a pinion here which is supposed to drive the rack along. Well, if I take a piece of card and slot it into there, I can drag that along to show how it would work. So you can do a little bit of simulation when you're working. Okay, enjoy, have some fun doing it, and then I will look at what you're doing towards the end of a lesson or end of a couple of lessons.